Hey guys, it's Mark here from Phoenix Gym. We just wanted to show you a quick video on how to use our Spac Spark Trainer. The Spac Spark Trainer is a fantastic piece of cardio equipment. It can be used for doing slow rhythmical cardio exercise, but it's best known and best designed for doing high intensity interval training, otherwise known as HIIT. So let's show you how to set it up and get started. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is select the incline setting, which basically controls your stride length, and in doing so, we'll change the emphasis on which muscles that it works. So for example, setting 1 works more your glutes and hamstrings because it's a smaller range of motion, just emphasizing the glutes at the back. If you take it to the second setting, as you'll see from pictures on the front, then this will change the emphasis away from the glutes a little bit and a little bit more onto the quads at the front of the thighs. And if you change it to the furthest incline setting, which gives you the longest stride length, then that will put the emphasis on both the quads and the glutes all together in one go. Okay, so now we've selected the incline. Next thing we're going to do is get on the machine. So just hold on to the rails at the sides, get on with 1 foot at a time, get yourself nice and comfortable and nice and stable. And the next thing we're going to do is select the effort level. So we've got a little yellow knob down here, and this controls the resistance and the intensity of the machine. So for example, how hard it is to actually push it. 10 is the hardest, 1 is the easiest. So if it's your first time on it, I'd maybe recommend 4 or 5, and then you're ready to program in the interval. If you're a new beginner to high intensity interval training, or you're relatively unfit or not very conditioned at the moment, then usually you'll want to use twice the amount of recovery time than you do for the actual interval time. So for this example, I'm going to use a 40-second recovery time versus a 20-second interval time. So I've got twice the amount of rest than I have to actual work time. I'm going to select go and enter it in. Now it's asking me for the amount of intervals that I'm going to perform, therefore the amount of sets. So I'm going to go for 4, and it's all ready to go. And we'll see 3, 2, 1, and it's all ready to get going. Now we'll see on the display on the top left the work time. So this is your interval time when you're working hard. On the top right hand side, you'll see how many sets you've got left, which will be decreasing each set. We have the meters on the top left, which is how far you've done. We have the watts in the middle, which is basically a register of your pushing power. So you can use that as a gauge of how hard you're working, give yourself some targets and have a bit of fun. And then on the bottom right hand corner, we've got the total time, which is obviously how long you're performing the exercise for. Okay, so the last thing to show you is the hand position, because the hand position is quite important because it will change the emphasis on where you feel it. You've got handles at the top, so if you choose to, you can keep your chest up nice and straight. You can bring your hands a little bit closer just to see where it's nice and comfortable. And by keeping your chest up more, you'll feel it more on your thighs. By leaning forward more on the machine, that's going to give you a real good stretch through the glutes and the hamstrings. And then as you push through the machine, you're going to really feel your glutes working and contributing to the exercise. Or you can keep yourself up, which can sometimes help for the recovery times. So sometimes for the intervals, you might want to lean in and lean forward and really drive it out. For the recovery times, you can then bring yourself up, open your lungs, increase your breathing, just relax a little bit, and that will also work your muscles slightly differently for the recovery. Okay, so that's our Spac Spark Trainer. Enjoy. If you have any questions, just come and ask one of the team, and we'll show you how to use this or any of the other piece of equipment. See you soon.